Hello, I'm playing Stonehearth. So, I've actually learned how to play this game, for once. For once in my life I know decently how to play a game. So I thought I might try to teach you, like, just a little bit. So, first you choose, like, what kind of people you want. I don't think there is a difference, just take one of them. This is just, like, a little story thing. I'm not gonna go into that. You choose your biome. It's either a forest or a desert. I'm gonna choose the forest because I don't know, I just like forest. So yeah, difficult. Peaceful is boring because half of the game is based on fighting. At least I feel that way anyway. You're not gonna need weapons and stuff. Hard seems pretty impossible. So yeah, I'm going with normal. Okay, first let's look at the items. So we have food, we have herbalist staff, weaver's spindle, wooden sword, farmer's hoe, and trapper knives. So we can buy stuff to start with. The way the game works is you give your citizens a tool, and that way you promote them to like certain work. So if I give somebody a farmer's hoe, they will become a farmer. If I give them a sword, they will become a warrior or a knight or something like that. Now, all these things we can get fairly easy. Food shouldn't be a problem either, so I'm gonna go with the trapper's knife because that's gonna take a while to get. Let's see, what do we have? We want some nice workers, some nice warriors. So, warriors, like knights and people, they need to have a high spirit and a high body. That's good for them. We don't have any great warriors here. For example, this guy. So the body will make him hit hard and be like very tanky. But he doesn't have any spirit, so he will basically push out and run away, which makes him a useless warrior even though he has a great body. So we don't. Maybe we should reroll though. This one is actually decent, but let's reroll. This is a good warrior. This is also a good warrior. You're a pretty good crafter. You could be a crafter. This is a decent punch. This is actually a decent punch. We could possibly work with these guys. Yeah, sure. What do I have? Runa quest, yes. Kelp something. Cave and open. Well, he's a very open man. Lizard Rook. Lolly Forest Rider. Lily Carvad. Rowan North Point. Okay, well, this seems good. So let's go. Okay, so this is the seed, I guess, if somebody wants it. I want a place that's easy to defend, but also close to mountains, so we can start to mine. I'm thinking maybe up here somewhere. Like if we can build the city here, we can just wall it off like here and here. But I don't know, we might not want to wall necessarily. But yeah, actually I think it's a pretty good place. I think I'm gonna take it. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's place the city like down here. This feels like a good place. Bam. We need a good name. TrashTown. Because it's probably gonna be a bit trash. So first of all, we're gonna need some wood. So these are the tools, or well, some of the tools. You collect wood with the gather tool. So just mark like a shit ton of trees here. Take those two. We're also gonna need these berries. Gonna be good. A rock. We're gonna need some rocks. Flowers, rocks. So yeah, they have a lot to collect now. but they have nowhere to put the stuff. They don't know where to put it, so we need to make them an area, a stockpile area. Let's just stock it right here. Massive area with everything. So you're taking what you want to stock, and yeah, everything sounds fine to me. We're gonna clear out these trees too, I think, but maybe not immediately. Let's see. So what more do we have? We have the mine tunnel tool. It's basically so you can mine into sides or like straight down if you're into that kind of stuff. But we're not gonna need that yet. Mine block, pretty obvious, just what that does. We have the loot tool, which allows you to loot stuff that mobs drop. Like if we kill this squirrel here, is it squirrel? Nobody knows. Nobody really cares. He will drop some fur, and we can use the loot tool to loot it. And this is like clear if you wanna just remove shit and cancel tasks. So we started with a knife. This means that we can get a trapper. So let's look at our citizens. We're gonna need somebody with a lot of spirit. So you could actually be a pretty good trapper. You're gonna be a crafter because you have mind. Mind is good for crafters. Spirit is good for trappers. So we're gonna promote you to trapper. Oh hey, what's up? Okay, so this is pretty nice. He always comes at the start and gives you some food, which is pretty useful. So she's equipping the knife and gonna become a trapper. Bam. So we should have another area thing unlocked. Now we can set up this area, just like out here, and you can put this anywhere, and she will start hunting, or not really hunting, she lays out a lot of traps and catches animals, and that will give you like fur and food basically, which is pretty good. We're also gonna need to start making a house. We have a lot of wood. We could pause the game and look into house building. So these are the house building tools. You could take a finished building. I have a lot of them because I save like a lot of my buildings, but I'm gonna design a new one. This sign is the same as this one. You come to the same place. So you choose the part you wanna build. So we're gonna start with the foundations. So we choose the material, which is wood, basically what we got here. You choose the color, and we want to build like just a small house for a couple of beds, or like, because these guys are gonna want somewhere to sleep. That should be fine. I'm not gonna bother counting too much on it. We're gonna want some walls, so you choose the walls tool. We want these walls, I think. Yeah, they look pretty nice. We also want a door. Can I have the door here? A couple of windows. Now, I like these windows, but I'm gonna tell you later why I don't want to use them. Will this fit? Yeah, that will fit fine. We could have some of these in the back, maybe. Just on the side. And that fits. That looks pretty good. No, that was wrong. So yeah, undo button. Pretty obvious what that does too. Okay, this looks fine to me, like a basic house start. But we want a roof on it. So you choose the color, and the roofs are a bit confusing though. This actually fits pretty nicely, so I might go with that. We're still gonna look into it. So we have the sides. This decides what sides you want sloped. So if I press like everything sloped, then it will be like that. If I have nothing sloped, would be flat, but it looks pretty good here, like this. You also choose like the max height, so if we take this like up to the top, then it's gonna get pointy. I don't think I want to point remove them. This is the offset is how much like above or underneath you want it. I don't know what that is for really. It's a bit useless, kind of. Let's go with this. This has a nice feeling to it. Nice simple feeling. Do we need anything more? No, I don't think so. I think we're pretty good. So we're gonna press finish, and this is where you save your buildings. I'm not gonna save this one because I don't really care about it that much. It's a pretty simple one, and you put it up in like 2 seconds. So yeah, we're just gonna build it. Also, it says here what you need. We need a door, a couple of windows, and stuff. So they are gonna go ahead and build that building. Meanwhile, we are gonna need like doors and window frames somehow, and you get those through a carpenter. So that is a crafter, which means we need somebody with a lot of mind. You could actually make a good carpenter, or a decent carpenter at least. Spirit I wanna keep for another thing. You are a great knight. Anyway, let's make you a carpenter. So you always start with a saw, and that is what you need to make or promote somebody to a carpenter. Okay, so now we have a carpenter. You can see all your like people or crafters down here. We only have a carpenter, so that's what we're gonna select, and he's gonna need a workstation before he can start crafting stuff. So he's gonna craft that. It shouldn't take too long, it should only take a couple of seconds. Okay, he's done with that. So now we need to place it. So we're going into the building stuff, and we take this. Let's place tool. We're just gonna place it right here. We are gonna make him like a house later. I'm gonna make a lot of houses and a lot of stuff, but not right away. We're gonna need to start somewhere. Okay, so these guys are only gonna put on the roof now, so I think we can start crafting stuff. So first of all, I think we want a door. We wanted, was it 3 of these? I think it was 3, so you can just put it up there. 4 of these, if I remember correctly. We want a lot of beds too, but I hope that he will go up in level so he can craft a hoe afterwards. Actually, he needs to be level 2 for that. That's gonna take a little bit longer, because you start at 0, so he's gonna have to level up 2 times. So let's make some beds. I think we can make like 6 beds. We can, yeah, we should be able to fit that. If we can fit anything more, we'll just do that later, I guess. Damn it, I thought we could make a hoe. Anyway, the trapper seems to be doing pretty great. She caught a couple of animals. They're a bit too cute to kill, but you know, they have to deal with it, I guess. Are you gonna jump in? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there we go. Carpenter level up. So every time your citizens level up, they will get, or not every time actually, but often, they will get a new thing they can do, like a skill. In this case, it's standard catalog, so he can craft more stuff. So I think we unlocked a lot of recipes. Yes, we unlocked swords and yeah, all sorts of stuff. We're gonna need some lanterns too. Let's make a couple of these. We can make like 6. We can make a bench. At the moment we just need to pile up stuff so we can level up this guy. Because I want him to become like higher level, obviously. It doesn't really matter what order you put stuff in, because you can just change it around. Like if I want the bench before the lanterns, I already put it there. We can just drag it and change it. And if you wanna cancel an order, you just grab it and drag it down to this thing, and it will delete itself. So that's pretty good. So the house is almost done. I think they only take down. Yeah, they are only taking down the scaffolding now. They haven't put in the windows yet though, because well, actually we do have them finished. So they should start doing that. I want to keep an eye out on these berry bushes too, because we're gonna need the food. Okay, the trapper leveled up. So she can walk a bit faster now. That's useful, since she's usually far away from the town, or whatever you want to call it. I figure we could start looking, or start designing another building, because we're gonna need that. So I want to make the carpenter's house. I thought, oh wait, the carpenter is level 2 now. Nice. Skillful enough to use materials created by other crafters. That's good. I don't know what that includes or anything, but it sounds good on paper. So now we can make a hoe, and thinking that maybe we should have 2 farmers, just to like get the food going at the start. We can always what the fuck is it called? We can always take one down, demote somebody later. They don't have to be like a farmer for the rest of their lives. We can just change it around. Damn it, I can't speak today. Okay, so let's look into another house. Oh wait, we wanna... oh, that's good. So let's pause the game. The structure pretty close. So this is how you expand your village. You have your net worth. That's like, well, we can look at the stats, I guess. This is the net worth. Your inventory, buildings, and your animals. We obviously don't have any animals at all because we haven't gone that far into the game. We don't have a lot of inventory either. It's mostly just our buildings. So the net worth is gonna determine like how far you've gotten into the game. So if the higher the net worth gets, the higher or the harder the enemies will get. That because your village is gonna be under attack, like often. They're gonna come like a couple of small armies and try to take your stuff. So you want to keep your city defendable. At the moment, it's not a problem because we don't. I mean, there's gonna come like a couple of small things, and they won't do anything. We can easily beat them, but later on there will be like ogres and giant rock monsters, and a lot of stuff will happen. But that all determines on your net worth, and this is pretty good because this means that you can play the game in like your own pace without the enemies getting too hard. That's good. It's very reasonable. You also need the food and the moral to get like new people. We almost made the food, but considering we don't even have a farmer, I'm surprised we made it that far. This will happen once every day. I think you will also get attacked once every day. or maybe a couple of times a day further into the game. But this will come back tomorrow at the same time, like this is the clock and the hours or something like that. So yeah, if we get our net worth to 550, we're gonna get a new villager, basically. Moral, I probably never had a problem with, to be honest. Moral is like, if they get beds, for example, they can sleep on the ground, but if they sleep in beds, they will perform better, and that increases their moral. The same with food. If they get like cooked food, they will be happier and have more moral than just eating berries, but they will still be like okay with eating berries. Oh god, they are down. Let's not, actually it doesn't matter. They could start tearing down this forest, I guess. Let's just take this. So where do we want to build this house? Carpenter's house. I think here is a pretty good place. I don't really know how I want to build this though. Let's build it like this. Put that on, and let's have a pointy roof. So we want to increase this a lot then. But I don't want those sides or these sides. Yeah, this will look good. I think we're gonna do like a fancy thing here. I'm gonna try to experiment a bit. If we put the door like in the middle here, that would be good. And let's put this here, and I want to build like a little roof over this, so we can take the slabs. Just select. Let's have, what kind of color is the roof? It's like this color kind of. Let's try something like this. Will this look good? I don't know. Possibly, possibly not. Let's give it a try though. So this guy is sleeping. Oh yeah, we never placed the beds. Should probably do that then. Anyway, let's finish the house first. Let's choose these windows. Perfect. Do we want any windows at the back? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna place like more houses like back here. So this should be good. He should have plenty of space down or like in there to build. Oh wait, I fucked up the roof. I didn't want this to be a thing. I want like that. Okay, good. Could have a roof like, or like a window here. This is good as it is. Let's go with that, finish and build. So we want 2 doors and no, 1 door and a window. Also want a better workstation for you, so you can have that. Windows and a door. So we can also make a sign for it. Carpenter's sign. So it needs a basic sign, and we're gonna make sure that we always have like one of these in stock. So we're gonna maintain that, and then we can craft this. And even though we can't craft it now, we're gonna tell him to do it, and when he's done, like when he have made this sign, he's gonna be able to do it. So that will all be good. Let's place the beds now. So we have like some tools here. We have building vision, we can see the walls now, but I want this vision. Just place a lot of stuff in here. So let's see how many beds we can fit. You don't want to cram this in too much, because I once tried to like fill it like this close to each other, it didn't end well. Your citizen will get stuck and starve to death. So don't do that. I think careful 1 is necessary. Can we fit? Actually, if we do this, we can fit more, can't we? Yeah, we'll have to move this. So just pick it up and move it. And I think we can fit some here too. Oh, we got a guy. He sells stuff. But I don't think we have anything. We don't have anything to sell, and we don't have anything we want to buy, really. Oh yeah, I forgot the farmers. We're gonna have to set those guys up. Yeah, we got 3 more beds, so we can spin it around. And I mean, we could just put it like opposite corner, and it should work. Hopefully, there will be enough space between them. Yeah, that should be fine. I want to put up lanterns now. One here. Should have left some more room, maybe. But it's fine. So now we can put a bench here. That looks beautiful. So let's promote some people to farmers. Now, I don't know what we need for farmers. Really, I think body is actually important for a farmer, but I don't care a lot about that. You are gonna be a cleric later, so I'm gonna keep you. You could become a farmer, but at the same time you could be a good crafter. You two are gonna become knights or warriors. I'm gonna make you a farmer. I'm also gonna make you a farmer. I think you two could do a great job here. Okay, so let's put down some farms. I think right about here. That would be a nice place for them. So I guess we want to move this thing. It's gonna be a bit in the way. Let's move it like just move it over here. Somebody gonna do that? Come on, guys, move it. Okay, it's finally moved. That took forever. So let's make a farm from here. We can plant, so you can plant flowers and stuff, because we're gonna need that later. But at the moment, I just want a lot of food. So this food is gonna grow pretty quickly. Turnips and carrots. They're like fast-growing foods. But we're gonna put up a lot of more farms. So let's see, corn we could do, pumpkins we could do, wheat we can't really use yet. I'm thinking that flowers will be useful because you can stack them a lot, because we're gonna need a lot of them later. But I think corn is gonna be like the best for now. But we could, I mean, we have 4 farmers, we're gonna be able to grow a lot of stuff with that. We can make some blue flowers. Can we do a 5th one? Let's try it. Let's give it a try. It's not like they are gonna like overwork or anything like that. Where's the house coming from? It's doing pretty good. This swirly fancy thing is gonna be a little bit harder for them to make, but I think it will look. I think it can look good in the end. How is the carpenter doing? Is he crafting anything? No. So let's give him a job. Let's make him craft like one of these, because we're gonna need that later anyway. I just want him to craft stuff for the sake of it, basically. Craft some of these. Some of these. You're always gonna need lanterns on the bench. could have a writing desk and one of these. I'm gonna need a shield later. One of these, why not? Is it something more we want? We craft a couple of swords. One of these. Yeah, he has a lot to do now. That's good. Oh shit, he's level 3 now. That's actually really high. And so this is nice. The carpenter may embellish. I don't know what that means. Embellish his work in unexpected ways. Okay, that's pretty cool. So this means that he's sometimes gonna craft like a fine piece of something when he's crafting. I think he has like, it depends on how much on his stats a bit. So he has 4 in mind. I can't remember how it works really, but the higher your mind is, the higher the chance of you crafting a fine item is gonna be. Yeah, so they are gonna look a bit different. We're probably gonna notice when that happens though. Okay, daily update finally. So we're above food, we're above moral, we are above the net worth. That's great. So we get a new guy, Irving Rain. I don't know, but he has a mohawk, so that's pretty great. So let's look at your stats. What can you do? Your stats are weird. You're like cleric material, herbalist cleric material. Let's look into the promotion stuff. So some of this stuff you're gonna have to, like, for example, take a farmer. You promote somebody to a farmer, and if they have been a farmer for a while, like here, you need a level 2 farmer to become like a chef or a cook. It's same with herbalist. The herbalist is like a healer guy, but you can promote them to cleric, and the cleric is gonna be like a combat healer. We could start decorating. Oh wait, here actually they have made some fine items. That's good. Let's look at the items. So this is a fine pork bench, for example. It looks a bit different. It will sell for a bit more. He made a fine writing desk. It's like very little difference. I think it makes them happier, but I'm not sure about that. Let's put a bed in. I'm also gonna want like this workstation thing around here. I don't know if it needs the original workstation, but oh god, we're under attack. This won't be a problem. So let's look at the armory stuff, or the armor stuff. At the moment we just have this thing, town alert mode. This will make people run to this flag we have here. Or like if you have multiple flags, I think they will just take the closest one. We just want everybody to fight these guys. So the easiest way to do that is just to put that on. So let's do that. And yeah, look at that, they will run out there. And when these guys attack, they will defend themselves. Now, some of them are running at them, while, for example, this guy is not. That depends on their spirit, like how brave they are. So that wasn't too hard. Some of them are taking a little bit of damage, but they are gonna regen that over time. We can take that away. If they take a lot of damage, they are gonna need to be healed. But if they just take a little bit of damage, they are gonna regen that. So that's good. Let's move this now. Will it work here? I think it will. I'm concerned considering the arrow on the bed is here. We can also put some furniture, see. So all these, the furniture and like comfortable stuff, it's all gonna add to the network. It's good to have if you want a high network, that is. He can have the writing desk too. He doesn't need 2 of these stuff. We also want take these down. So that roof looks, it doesn't look amazing, but it's fine. You can see what it is, pretty much. We do want this carpet side though. We should have it. We could have it like here. Yeah, that would be great. What's this? I do want these beds because they will work better, but we don't have anything to sell to it yet. We could sell like benches and stuff, the fine stuff we crafted, but it doesn't really give us enough, I guess. You can go away then. Let's place this out instead. You can have like this here. I'm gonna want more of these. Also want a lantern. Where could we have a lantern? Could have it like here is the bit. Let's not use these lanterns actually. Let's use these lanterns instead. Yeah, that would look pretty. That's good. That's nice. Can have a park bench around the corner. Actually, let's use the fine bench. Ooh, so fancy. So these guys they don't really know what to do anymore. That is understandable. So we're gonna need another house then, I guess. What kind of house do we want to make? I'm thinking we want to get a weaver. So let's get a house for the weaver then. We could have the house like here, maybe? Or should we? I'm thinking I want mine. I want the mine to be like, the mine could be like here. And we could have like a blacksmith here. Yeah, that's really good. And the weaver will fit in perfectly here. I'm just trying to plan ahead a bit. The weaver is gonna need a lot of space, or not a lot, but a little bit more than the carpenter, because his stuff is gonna need like 3 workspace for work things. Will this be good, or should we make it like here? I think this will be fine. I mean, it's almost as big as this room. Actually, it's a bit too big, maybe. Oh well. He can live a level of luxury. Actually, let's make it 1 smaller, just so it's. Let's use the eraser. Let's do that. Okay, I think I'm happy now. Will this fit in the middle? It will. That's great. I love this. Now we can have lanterns on both sides. Oh, so pretty. What kind of roof do we want? Not that. Definitely not that. Let's make it like this. This. Does that look like a weaver's house? I don't know. Maybe we want it a bit pointier. No. How about this? How about that? Do you guys think a weaver would live in that tail room? Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. I also want some windows. So I'm thinking, are we gonna have like a house here? Because I mean, the view won't be too fun. Like, look at here. They will just stare into a wall. But still, light will come in, so we can have some of these windows. Could have it like that. We could have it like, let's have a small window here. Let's have like this window here. It's gonna look a bit weird, but it's fine. It looks good. Okay, let's go with that. carpenter, we will need some new things. Need one of these. Two of these. One of these. I also want flowers, because I like the little flower boxes. Can we collect some flowers, maybe? Yeah, let's send our guys out to collect. These will grow back, so it's not like it won't destroy them picking them up. Can take these rocks too. We're gonna need them later anyway. The farm is coming along pretty good actually. I think we could... Yeah, we could definitely put up another one. Don't know what we need though. Because we don't want too much of an inventory. Because if we don't want to bring our net worth up with inventory. That's pretty bad. Actually, what is this? Plant no crops and let the soil renew itself. I don't know what that means. It's not the same as covering up a field, because you just remove it and it will do that. Let's try this. I've never actually done that. Maybe it will be like make stuff grow super fast or something. Oh, sweet, she's a level 2 trapper. This is pretty cool, because charm pet, that will make her get like her own pet. So we're gonna have like a little raccoon or something bouncing around, eating all our food like a piece of shit. But it's fine, because they are usually pretty cute. And yeah, that's kind of it's a nice touch. This is also, if we look at the work stuff, the trappers become like sheep herds, and they are like farmers or something. I don't know how to explain it. They take care of animals like chickens and that kind of stuff. So it makes sense for them to like animals. The killing part is a bit the opposite, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't make any sense. We're just gonna roll with this. This guy seems to have a bit hard to regen his health. I think it's because did he get wounded? No, he doesn't have any debuff. I think we don't really need to make anybody a knight yet, or a warrior. What is it called? I think it's called like a footman or something. Yeah, a footman. We don't need that yet. We can defend ourselves just fine. You could argue that you might want to make him a foot soldier so he starts leveling up like as a foot soldier, but at the same time they are getting so little experience at this stage of the game. It doesn't really matter. Oh, it sounds good. It's slow. It's very slow.